He studies it every day.
Okay. Go ahead, we're live.
What a good little student.
Hello, party people. We're live, broadcasting from Victorville. And we're going to get to this in a minute.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining me.
98.7.
And tell your friends.
Listen in. What's the radio station?
98.7 FM in Victorville. You'll find us on the Intune radio app under New Vision 360. Am I right?
Yeah, so you'll go on your app store and you download New Vision 360. Then you're going to search 98.7 FM and you can stream us live. What? Whoop, whoop.
Are you ready?
No, but let's do it.
Do we need the headphones in there?
No.
No, we don't need headphones. I can hear myself. Can you hear yourself, Andy?
I can.
Pastor Michael, we could hear
Yep.
ourselves? All right. And here we go. 3, 2, mi madre. A huevo. Hello, everybody. This is Mirna coming to you live from 98.7 FM. Before we go on, I want to invite everybody today at 5 o'clock. That's within less than an hour here in Victorville, California. I'm inviting you to 12555 Mariposa Road in Victorville, California. Once again, we're talking about Bitcoins. Now, I know some of you are saying, what is Bitcoins? Well, we have Andy here. And Andy, can you please tell us a little bit about what Bitcoins is?
Myrna, thanks again
Thank
for having
you.
us. Once, well, what was it? Been a week yet?
It's been a week,
And we've been,
a whole week.
and
What?
we missed you.
Aw.
Great to be back talking about Bitcoins because it's even more exciting than it was last week. Okay.
And why is that?
Well, for several reasons. Because of the opportunity that it's bringing to a lot of Americans, a lot of people that that are looking to do something different with their life to change their financial status. So Bitcoin is doing a lot of wonderful things across the board, but also not just here in the U.S., but it's doing things globally. That's going to change the way we transact with one another.
Well, Andy, how so?
Well, Rich, I want to bring my partner in here because, last time I felt like I spoke too much, but Rich has been dying to get back on the microphone to spill all his information that he studies it every day and every night. So do I. But, he's excited. So, Rich, I'm going to let you take this segment.
All right. Well, it's exciting because Bitcoin is global, and we can't look at it through the American lens. And the reason why is it's only at 2% that all America know about Bitcoin. It is global. It's mass. It's a grass movement issue. When we look at, I'm looking at my cell phone right now. I see $276 billion being plowed into the funding of Bitcoin. And that's what makes it highly valuable. What really makes it valuable is that only 16.7 million coins are available. You take that number and you multiply it or divide it into what we call the cap rate. We come up with today's value of $16,522.
And that's
currently.
is that for one Bitcoin?
That's the value of one Bitcoin.
Okay.
So the exciting part of it is that anybody from all walks of life, if you have just let me back up here for a second. I have a friend that wants to buy into Bitcoin. I talked to her 2 weeks prior. Bitcoin was probably just at the $10,000 threshold. It just crossed. And when I talked to her just a couple of days ago, she was like, what can you do for me? We missed it. She wanted to come in with $25,000 to buy at least 2 Bitcoin. I said, no, mija, you're going to have to talk to me. We got a better way of bringing you in and multiplying the Bitcoin because we are Bitcoin miners. So that's the opportunity we have is that it doesn't take a whole lot of money to start investing in Bitcoin.
And Rich, that's the misconception people have right now. They'll see it on the internet, they go on their phone, they see it on TV, and it's up to maybe, $17,000 today for one Bitcoin? So people think to own a Bitcoin, that's how much they have to pay.
Right.
Is that so?
No, that's not true. We are miners. So you can, mining is, actually we shouldn't even, that's the best way to refer to what we do. but Bitcoin is digital. You're not gonna mine for any nuggets or coins. It's not. It's a digital property, digital asset. It's no different than you downloading music. It's your property now, and Bitcoin is that. It's just a store of currency, and the blockchain is what allows it to move back and forth, and in a secured network. So Bitcoin is, you can liken us to a new credit card company. We're like PayPal, Visa, MasterCard. We're just a new way of doing business. We're the future 30 years from now. And right now is your opportunity to get in on board. If you felt that you missed your opportunity to get into Apple, Microsoft, this is it. It's here today. It's here now. And
and it's no different than Apple Pay, Google Pay, where people can actually transact with their cell phones.
Right.
Nobody carries a big purse anymore. Myrna, I'm not bringing you or throwing you under the bus with your big expensive purse on the corner.
Today's a little one.
But nobody carries a big purse. Nobody carries cash anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's digital.
Andy, even better than that.
Yeah.
Who carries a brick of gold? Nobody. You can't go to Nordstrom's and use that kilo of brick of gold.
A bullion.
A bullion, that's it. That's the word I was looking for. No one transacts in gold. So just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not real, it doesn't exist.
Correct.
So you guys, is it safe to say that this is the future where we're going? I mean, our money used to be our currency was about this big. Then now from monetary money, from coins to paper money, we have credit cards. So the next step, is it safe to say the currency is Bitcoins?
Well, it is, and the problem is you can't call it a currency per se yet. Right now in America, they're having issues about where to classify it as a commodity, as a currency. But hands down, everybody sees it. Even the IRS considers it property. It's digital property. You're going to hear keywords: digital asset, digital property. And that's all it is. And so you can think of Bitcoin as what email is to the internet, or what even Facebook, Facebook, is to what the internet is. It just uses the internet as a vehicle to broadcast and transfer and make moves.
Okay, so for
through the blockchain.
Okay, so for listeners and people watching us right now, okay, they more or less kind of know a little bit about Bitcoins, but say, how does one, first of all, acquire a Bitcoin? How does one get to use it? And how do you get into the company of Bitcoin?
Andy, you want it? And then I'll follow.
Well, there's many different ways, and that's why we're inviting a lot of your listeners. There's so many questions that still need to be answered, but we'd love to have everybody come down, like you invited all your listeners tonight.
Today at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, so make sure you're down here, because I'm sure...
At the radio station, right?
Yes.
Here at the radio station. Did we give the address out already?
Yes, once again, 12555 Mariposa Road in Victorville, California.
So there at 5 o'clock, we're going to be covering a whole gamut of things that what Bitcoin, how can you get into the Bitcoin frenzy, how can you own Bitcoin, how can you be involved in the Bitcoin industry.
Most importantly, and
yes,
accumulating Bitcoin.
And accumulating Bitcoin.
Making money off of business.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there as well, besides the Bitcoin, but the most exciting
one
one
for those too.
Right, the most exciting one is the Bitcoin. Everything's following the Bitcoin. In fact, it was just brought to my attention, which is a correct fact. Since we were here last week with Mirna, it's appreciated 50%, Rich. I mean, that's just astounding. And
safe to say it was good luck? What?
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
You know what? I wanted to say, because I did address the cap rate, which is how much money is in the system. It's gone up over $100 billion since that time. It was at 147 billion, and today it's at 249 billion.
Right. So if they've appreciated that much in 1 week since we've been here, talking to the listeners up here in Victorville and all over listener base, can you imagine what's going to do next week, the following week? The question is,
it's even going to grow bigger, because now it's being traded in the open market here on the commodities.
Right.
So they're classifying it as a commodity. Commodity is gold.
Right.
So what are we saying about Bitcoin? It's gold. It's gold 2.0.
Right.
So it's taken off here in America, and we're just going to capture that. That's what you and I do, Andy, as promoters, and And again, with our team, we got big money behind this to give it that exposure, and that's what we're here to do. So we want to invite your guests to come out and learn more about what we're not able to cover in this time frame.
And you heard Richard Maldonado here and Andy. What we're going to be doing, hopefully every single week, we'll be here live, right, you guys? Live every week.
If you invite us back, absolutely.
And I'll
I
think
think
about
that
that.
the public demands it.
Of course, I would love you guys to be here every week. We're gonna have a lot of new listeners that have been around Bitcoins, but yet haven't got involved. And so, being here today and giving a lecture or presentation from 5 to 6 here at the radio station in Victorville, that's gonna be a step in the right direction. But I want to ask you guys one more thing. Okay, what is it about Bitcoins as attracting people? Is it just, it's not always about making